If you're a contractor, builder, or construction company and you're looking to generate leads with Facebook and you want like a proven template and funnel that you can just pretty much just copy and shove straight into your business to generate leads, then this video is perfectly suited for you. Hey guys, Brandon Hamill here, and in today's video what I'm going to do is go through the results of some Facebook ads that I've been running for various clients in the construction, building and contracting industry, and I'm going to show you the actual funnel that's producing some wonderful results so you can pretty much just copy that, or perhaps you get someone like me to do it for you. More on to that, I'm going to show you an example of the exact funnel of a company that's doing just tens and tens of millions of dollars. And we're going to go through exactly how they're doing it and some of the areas that they're doing well and some of the areas that I think that they can improve that you should pretty much just rip off and implement straight into your Facebook ad strategy. So without any further conversation from me, let's jump over to my computer and we'll get stuck into today's tutorial. Just before we get started, if you're interested in learning more about your marketing in terms of being a contractor specifically, or a builder or a construction company, I cater for educational content specifically for you guys. I have a playlist which is in the description section below of this video, where you can have a look at tutorials for Google Ads, for Facebook ads, to optimize your website's conversion rate and whatnot. And I'm forever producing more content. So if that all sounds interesting to you, check out that playlist, smash the subscribe button for this video, and also smash that like button. It really does help me within the YouTube algorithm. So with all that being said, what we have here is the Facebook ads library. This is a really powerful tool that I highly recommend that you check out. It allows you to suss out and research what your competitors are doing on the Facebook ads network. So it's really powerful. You can see, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and you can get inspiration for what you should be doing within your business. You can also see where they're running their ads. So they're running them on Instagram, Facebook, they're running messenger-based ads, etc. You can also see how long they've been running their ads for. So there's some really cool aspects to it. And if you want to find it, all you have to do is just go to Google and type in Facebook ads library, and you just come up here and you start just smashing in competitors, trying to find their Facebook stuff and their Facebook pages, I should say, and just checking out what they're doing, taking notes, getting inspiration, all that kind of fun stuff. I'm not going to talk about that too much in this video though. So what we're checking out today is Kitchen Magic. These guys are a behemoth of a contracting business, and although I'm going to be speaking pretty much about these guys today, this template, without any shadow of doubt, works for builders, contractors, and construction companies. Pretty much any business, really, even outside of those core industries, this template will work. And it just shows you just how powerful it is. So what are Kitchen Magic doing? But before we do that, let's just check out their revenue just to prove that these guys are heavy hitters. So I checked out these guys' revenue at a couple of different places, and it ranged a little bit, but 84 million seemed to be about the middle of the road. So these guys are producing some pretty decent revenue, 84 million a year, doing kitchens and things in and around kitchens is pretty decent going, in my opinion. So some of the things that they're doing, they're doing quite well. I mean, you don't produce $84 million in revenue by, kicking your toe on, things in and around the marketing world. You've got to be hitting more home runs than you're missing. So with that being said, let's jump over and see exactly what they're doing. Okay, so here we are, and we can see that this ad has been active since November 29, so it hasn't been running for a terribly long time, but it doesn't detract from the value, because this is the exact same kind of model, almost word for word, which is unusual. Kind of like freaked me out a little bit, because this is the exact same template I've been using for a couple of clients recently. And just to prove to the point that this template works, here are some results. So I've had to blur some stuff out here. We're in Facebook with one of my clients. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff blurred out, and I apologize. It's to be respectful to the client, and I thank them for actually letting me show this even at a limited capacity. So what we've got here is last 14 days. We've spent a massive amount of money, $300, so not that much money, and we've generated 28 leads. And we're trying to spend around about $30 a day. Some days we're spending that, some days we're spending a bit more. So I think we're a little bit less than a little bit less than $30 a day. It hasn't ran for 14 days, but I've just done the lazy date segmentation of the last 14 days. I think we've been running for about 12 days, but getting a lead for $11.19. It doesn't matter pretty much what currency that's running in. That's pretty cheap. It must be said that these leads are email opt-in, so they're not so much what you'd say is a qualified lead in terms of they've given a phone number and whatnot. But the conversion rate from 28 leads, we would expect to probably get around about 4 to 5 really good leads. So not, when I say really good, these guys are pre-qualified because there's an email automation sequence following that up. And I know that sounds crazy when I'm saying that now. If you've never heard the term email automation, don't freak out. I'm going to explain that to you at a later date, and you'll see why that's so powerful and why you'd probably want to be doing that yourself, and why 28 leads, and I'm saying that they're not phone call leads, but why am I adding a step, or why am I not going for that you beaut thank you kind of phone call lead where you can call them up? There's a reason for that. It's pre-qualification, making that job for you to sell far easier. So let's actually have a look at the ad copy here. So it's a pretty simple kind of ad here, but there's some key features that you really do want to copy, and those are, you got to remember that this ad is not to sell your service. They're running a quiz, and we're going to go through the quiz. So they're running a quiz, but you're not trying to sell your services. You're just trying to sell the click to get the person to the quiz. Now that's really important, because some people are trying to sell the quiz or sell the service in an ad. I mean, it's crazy. It doesn't matter if you're a contractor, builder, construction company. You're trying to sell your service in a Facebook ad or a Google ad, text ad. I mean, come on, like you're selling something for thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, potentially even millions of dollars. An ad is not enough to convince someone. They need more information, and I think that's pretty obvious. So these guys are going pretty simple, and they're selling the quiz, or the curiosity around the quiz. So, do you know which kitchen design style fits your personality? So a curiosity-based question appealing to their self-motivation. So that's kind of interesting. Take our quiz to find out. So this is the way that you answer that question, is by taking the quiz. They've got some hashtags. Now the visual image is really important because it's capturing the attention of the people on Facebook. And it's also pre-qualifying people out. That's really important, because if they were to show one kitchen image, I don't think it would work as well. And I've tried it, and it hasn't worked as well. And now I'm not going to say it's not going to work as well for everyone. Someone might be able to get it to work, but showcasing a couple of images, it really illustrates that this is potentially a service or something of interest, because there's multiple different variations of it. There's more curiosity created because of the 3 images here. There's 3 different visuals, 3 different kitchens. So it's starting to paint a picture of, what is this? I'm a person that wants kitchens, so I'm interested, and these are potential kitchens that I might be interested in. I might be able to place myself into one of these kitchens. So that's a pretty kind of unusual way to look at it. But that's why the added work of creating a Facebook ad image with 3 images in it as opposed to 1, I think is more beneficial, and the results have suggested that that is the case as well. So we go down and we just see kind of a reiteration of the above copy. What kitchen design fits your personality, etc. And curious what kitchen design style suits your personality. So they're really just hammering home this curiosity-based concept around the personality. And they've also set an expectation here of 5 short questions. People don't want to be wasting their time. Facebook's a real leisure kind of environment. People don't want to be engaging in huge amounts of information, especially when this ad is most probably not for this year. Again, that might sound weird, but I'm shooting this video in November. Sorry, that's a lie. At the start of December, sorry. And so these guys are probably full in terms of up to Christmas. They don't need any more work. And this funnel here is geared to priming the pump for next year, getting email opt-ins, sending an email automation sequence, a series of emails to nurture, educate, and persuade those people into doing a kitchen next year. So pretty powerful stuff in terms of picking the right moment to launch this style of campaign. So here we are at the landing page of the ad that we just saw. So if you click that ad, this is the landing page that people come to. Now the first thing we can see, it was launched on the 28th. The ad went live the next day. I'm shooting this video on December 2nd. So with 176 shares for this page, it leads me to believe that this is performing at a reasonable level for them, even though this landing page is crap. In my opinion, it's crap, and I'm going to explain why that is the case. So the really cool thing with the Facebook ads library, clicking the ad, seeing the landing pages, and piecing some of the finer details, you can start to see what's working for people. So that's really cool in my opinion, because you don't want to reinvent the wheel. I mean, that's the craziest damn thing in the world. Just steal the wheel and plug it into your business, and that's what this video is all about. So with that being said, so we can see that, and I'm going to just tear absolute shreds off this landing page because it's pretty damn poor in my opinion. So we've got a landing page where the core objective is to get people into a quiz. The predisposition of people that click the ad is to fill in that quiz. So what do we have here? How can I fill in the quiz? I can't click absolutely anything, and I'm just clicking everywhere. I can't click anything to get to the quiz. I actually have to scroll down. That little button is hidden below the fold. Now that's stupid. That is really stupid. Not only that, we have multiple conflicting and competing call to actions. Book my free estimate. Request a free in-home estimate. People aren't interested in that at this stage. Their predisposition is to take this damn quiz. So remove all the distractions, or the navigation. People don't want a navigation, they want the quiz. It just makes no sense. There's a thing called the choice paradox, and people think that more choice is better. More often it's not, because the easiest way to illustrate this, if you go to a restaurant with a big menu and you've got a party of 6 with you, you could be there for a damn hour before everyone makes a decision, because they all want to talk about what they want to eat, etc. The menu's too large. You go to a restaurant with 5 things on the menu, you can take 20 people, you'll order in 20 minutes. Because it's such a small selection. Choice is not the human friend. we're not smart people. We're not smart animals. We're in many cases we're just as silly as every other animal on the planet. And take away choice and take away distractions, and you'll have a far better time with your marketing. So I would remove all this crap, all this just distraction crap. And I'm being harsh, but it's just to emphasize the point. But nonetheless, and you'll see the next dumb part, and that's coming up. And so we got take the quiz now. So we click that. So essentially, as this loads, and things always are slow when you're doing things via video, of course, but this is the landing page that it should be sending people directly to straight away. Like, why have the double step? Why have the double page? Like, the second page is just doing the job of this page, but this page does it better. There's no distraction. Far easier. There's only one thing. Well, there's kind of 2 things you can do on this page. You can like the page, which is okay. We don't really want that. The like doesn't give you any money. You can have 1 million likes, but your bank account won't increase directly. You've got to be able to leverage the likes, but that's a conversation for another day. So this page is far better. I'd send them straight here. Like, there's pretty much nothing else can be done except click this. So we click the personality quiz. Now we see some interesting things here. We've got a progress bar, sets expectation. This is really important. Again, this is why Uber's beating taxis. People hate not knowing what's going to happen. Yes, we did say it was only 5 steps, but to reiterate that, people just love to know what's going to happen. So that's really important. We've got a really simple question here. Which of these kitchens would you love to have in your home? This is really cool too, because it's kind of future pacing, which is an NLP technique. It's getting the prospect to place themselves in the future, in their future kitchen, so they can start to feel the emotions of having that new kitchen, and putting some thought and attaching some feelings to that thought. So that's really powerful. And people gloss over that kind of stuff, and it's to their detriment, in my opinion. So we'll just click the middle ones all the way through, because it doesn't really matter. Now, which cabinet finish appeals to you the most? Again, just getting people to think about and commit. This is creating micro commitments, really, really important. If you can get people to say yes a couple of times to small commitments, it's easier to get them to say yes to a bigger commitment. And we'll see the bigger commitment in just a few moments. So again, we'll just click that top middle one, and we'll click next. Which cabinet do we prefer? Again, it's just reiterating, building that commitment, getting those little yeses. It's easy to start to get the big yes when you've got a couple of small yeses. So we'll just click the next, the middle one, click next. Now this is a really interesting, and please, if someone can interpret this table better than I can, please drop me a line in the comment section. I think I'm going a bit silly, but what countertop materials work best for your lifestyle? Interesting. The table and face value, I was like, this is really cool. I like this. I'm going to steal this. I thought this was a great idea. And I still do, but I think they've just done it wrong. And just to quickly harp on what I think is not right is what we can see here is that the quartz and the solid surface, I think that the quartz, like they both have 2 stars missing from being perfect, but yet this is 2 stars and that's 3 stars. I don't know, unless I literally just scratch my head because I still can't work it out. Unless these are valued, the priority of these is at a higher or lower value compared to these ones. I don't know, but it just seems to me that they're trying to push people the wrong way. I would just get rid of 1 star through one of these ones, and I don't know these benchtop products all that well, but it just doesn't seem to make sense to me. And I mean, this one's excellent. It has I think the least amount of stars. Like, the table doesn't make sense. I think they've screwed it up, but maybe someone else can explain this to me because I have no damn idea. So anyway, I'm going to click the quartz because, well, statistically to me, it looks like to be the best in some way. Well, it doesn't really matter. It's probably out of solid surface and quartz, but it doesn't. Well, we'll go with laminate because I've been clicking the middle one. So the final question is a pre-qualifying question, no doubt, for probably their sales team, I would imagine. So what I mean by that is people that are of the age of 18 to 24 probably don't have the money. 25 to 34, they're probably low spenders because they haven't had enough time to build their career in order to spend decent money. And pretty much 35 and over, they've got decent money, except, and possibly not the nicest thing to say, but 65 and over, they're retired most probably and don't have huge amounts of money to spend. So it's pretty cool, and I'm just going to select my range. I'm in that 25 to 34 range, being 30. Now this is where we ask for the big yes. We got first name, last name, email address. You could ask for a phone number here and create the lead here. I think that would really piss people off, to be fair. I would keep this as still a bigger level micro commitment to your overall objective of turning them into a hardcore lead. So the micro commitments on the small scale are answering the questions, and what the questions do is it gets people to invest their time as well. So it's kind of like, I spent some time answering the 5 questions, might as well put my damn email address in, etc. That's another reason. So what I'll do here is I've got a little fake email address that I'll put in. I have one for a swipe file where I just enter in spam stuff and I capture people's emails, marketing materials, and I keep them all in a separate email address. So let's just do that. So I've just entered in that form, and what I noticed is that we've come to this landing page, which is obvious, and we can just see some information about contemporary kitchens. And you can pause the video and read that if you wish. It's pretty much just explaining what contemporary kitchens are and how I fit that style of kitchen based on the questions that I answered. And these are some contemporary kitchen-based examples. And this is where I think they do another crappy job, is Kitchen Magic provides homeowners like you award-winning cabinet resurfacing and kitchen remodeling techniques with exceptional craftsmanship and service. Award-winning? I don't know that. That could be made up. Show the award. When did you win it? What was it for? What year? Etc. What value do I get when I schedule a free estimate? Is it just a snake oil salesman rocks up and tries to flog me a new kitchen? Is it a consultative process where I actually get some value? Do I get a free 3D design of my kitchen? Do I get someone to come into my home, get a free measure and quote? They go through, all the different types of styles of kitchens. I can have a look at product selections. That person will give me advice on how to get cheaper products, etc., how to cut the costs, advice on how to design and practically lay out my kitchen, etc. They can really punch up the value of this, in my opinion. Doing a very poor job. These guys are doing tons of money, but there's still areas of improvement that can be done within anyone's marketing, and these are some powerful ones for these guys. So lo and behold, if you click the free estimate, you come here, there's a video where you can punch up some value, but the text doesn't support the video. So if someone's in an environment where they can't listen to the video, in a bit of trouble. The form just looks big and hard to complete. I would make it smaller, easier, the perception easier to fill out, but that's me just being picky. But nonetheless, I still think that you could make this form smaller, which would give it a perceived lesser effort to complete. So these ads are really, really powerful. You've seen the results, you've seen how it works. Now the audience is really important. Now, what kind of audience do you want to be sending these to? Now, I've got videos that talk about this specifically for you guys. I would be recommending lookalike audiences and custom audiences based on video views. Now, to create lookalike audiences, if you don't know what I'm talking about, lookalike audiences is essentially you can give Facebook your customer information from the last couple of years, or combine that with inquiry information, so prospects, to get the biggest number that you can of people that have shown interest in your particular business. And Facebook analyze the demographics, psychographics, and behaviors of those people. Then what they'll do is find all the people in your geographical area that are just like them in the market for your product or service. So it doesn't really matter. Builder, bathroom renovator, construction company, your customers are your customers. It's tailored specifically to you. Really powerful audience. That's who I'd be showing this style of ad funnel to. Now, on the flip side to that, if you're in the startup phase, here's a little hack to get through it. I would create a video ad, ironically, about 90 seconds, about as long as this ad here. Now, what that does, let's just say, actually it does work out this way, that this bar here is 1 minute 40. So that's the length of an ad. We can say to Facebook, all the people that watch 50% or more, put them into a group. These are people that showed interest in your particular business. This is where you're demonstrating your service offering. Now, what that does is you start to base your marketing on behavior. Words are cheap. Don't believe what people say, believe what people do. So we will believe what people do in the capacity of people that watch 50% or more of this video, or 75% more. Once you get roughly 5,000 views overall, you should have a good 50% audience. Then what you can do is create a lookalike audience from there. That gives you a more powerful audience that has scalability and also that desired intent behind it. So that's how I would use that ad funnel with the targeting. I would be using those little methods of targeting. Now, to wrap this all up, there's an email automation sequence, and this is the selling power. So you've got their email address as we just got, and if we didn't get the lead, and you may get a couple to be fair, but you want that email automation sequence to nurture them through. This is taking people on dates. It's like relationships, like marriage. Asking for marriage on the first date is crazy. Asking for marriage on the 5th or 6th or 7th date, it's probably still a bit stupid, but nonetheless, you got far better success. So this is the same thing. We've taken the person on the first date by getting them to take the quiz and finish it. The second date is the next email, and the third date is the next one. The fourth date is the next one, is so on and so forth. We can have an email automation sequence that runs for months. I like to hammer home pretty quickly. Strike them while they're hot. I send an email every 2 days for the first 3 weeks. I know it sounds like a lot, but it just works so damn well. So, this is a funnel that can work particularly well. But if you want to get even better results from your Facebook ads, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, because I'm releasing content like this all the time. Also, if you just want a free, no obligation, literally no bullshit kind of chat about your marketing and your business and how to grow it, I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I'm not like that. You can probably see that in this video. Whip over to my website at brenthamel.com, scroll down a little bit, smash this big gold button here, fill out your details. You and I can schedule a time to have a chat, sometimes 30 minutes, sometimes 60 minutes. Initially, what I like to do, and this is the process, it changes for everyone. I like to cater for what you want to do, because I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm trying just to help you as much as I can. And the process that I like to go through, if this works for you, is a quick 5 to 10 minute chat, get some context about your marketing, etc. I wander off if you like, I can have a look at your Google ads, your Facebook ads, your website, analytics, data, any other kind of stuff, email automation sequences you're running, etc. And I can show you how to improve them, scale them, and optimize them in order to bring you more leads at a cheaper rate. I do that for free. I do it with a screen capture video, very much like this video, completely free, no obligation, and you're crazy if you don't do it, in my opinion. The reason why I offer it for free is, to be fair, I really do like doing them. Probably like my job too much, and it's just cool to see how people go about their marketing and hear their stories and see their successes and see their failures and just to learn from that and to be able to help people. I mean, it's just I think it's one of the best parts of my day. I have a couple of these conversations a week, and I thoroughly do look forward to them. So if that sounds of interest to you, whip over to my website, fill out the form. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, smash that like button. Have a look at the playlist down below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.